Hello everyone, let's talk about Sofi. If you're wondering why my background is so dramatic, it's because this is my wife's background to some stuff she does, her YouTube channel. So anyway, talking about Sofi, I just kind of wanted to make this a relaxed video because I think everyone's kind of on the same page right now, and I'm going to bring up some things here, obviously talking about Sofi. But the first big thing that everyone needs to address, if you are an investor right now with Sofi, I am an investor with Sofi, but that's what we're talking about because I think I'm about to really increase my position on Sofi. January 29th here, that at the end of this month, about 2 weeks away, Sofi will be releasing their last quarterly here, the fourth quarterly. And right now, there's a lot of mixed emotion right now about how people feel about what's going to happen here. Obviously, Sofi has turned into this situation where a lot of people are arguing that. And right now, there's a huge argument right now with what Sofi is and what Sofi is going to become. Obviously, the main bread and butter of Sofi right now, they are a bank, a loan. They specialize in loans. They're a bank, just to make it sweet and simple to the point. But obviously there's a lot of technology involved, and people want to argue that Sofi is turning into a technology company, which when you dig into the background of what they've got going on, what they're trying to do, obviously there is an argument for that as well. So this is what really attracts investors to Sofi, because we have these double-handed things right now, especially with AI taking off so much. And every time we see AI take off in the market with these AI pops right now, and we're still in an AI pop, there's no doubt about it, Sofi is always in that argument. It's always running up with, Palantir, other AI companies. There's a lot at this point. So saying there's pretty much like a gold rush right now of AI companies, and this is where Sofi gets trapped into those conversations. But January 29th, Sofi is in the situation right now where it's not crazy profitable. It's not showing crazy profits, but it is making millions and millions of dollars and coming very close to being a company that has a really nice balance sheet at the end of the year. The situation right now is that just a lot of investors, when it comes to long-term investment, when they think about putting large amounts of money into it, a lot of people aren't there, surprisingly. And that's what's really crazy about the situation right now. When we go into people, if you go to Stock Circle, it's a great site. The top investors right now with Sofi are obviously Cathie Woods. Whether you like Cathie Woods or not, she hasn't been doing too hot lately on picks, but she's been doing some crazy stuff. People are starting to call her a short seller just because she's been selling, buying like crazy. Then you have Ken Griffin, and then Joel, and then those are pretty much your top investors right there with Sofi right now. And then you have people like us, just the blue-collar, day-to-day investors. Right now, I think where a lot of us see Sofi, we're looking at this quarterly to where it's really, it's going to trigger something here to where people are saying, if I even see Sofi come anywhere close to showing better quarterlies to where we're actually seeing money left over in the bank, this is where people, I think, are going to go, all right, I'm going in it all the way. Here's another X amount of shares that I'm buying up, and I'm going to see what happens here in 2024, because there is this thing of FOMO going around where, yeah, we don't want to miss out. And then this leads into a whole nother conversation of this year in the market. Will this year show a huge crash in the market? Some people say yes. And then I like to think here, this is going to get political, but, I'm not even trying to do it. Obviously, Trump is, man, his poll numbers are crazy right now. I mean, they are just through the roof. I mean, day by day, they are growing. This time next week, they'll be even higher probably. So people that have went through a Trump mania in the market, we know it's good. It's real good. So saying that if we were to see another Trump era in the market for 2020, and obviously this is at the end of the year and we're really talking about 2025 here, but we're talking about a lot of stocks, even stocks that maybe don't have the best balance sheets but are doing well, and they show potential here into the near future of showing really credible profitability, SoFi is right in that conversation. So a lot of people this year, I think, myself included, are investing this year into next year, making some long-term plays for next few years, but especially what is next year going to bring? Are we going to have a Trump-led ran stock market? Is that what we're going to see here? Because if so, obviously Trump talks about the market a lot. We've seen this. He's always talking about good things about the market, and he's going to be doing a lot of, in our country business, which is really going to prop up our stock market. So obviously, me saying that, there's going to be people that are going to be in here and mad that I'm even saying somewhat positive things about Trump. But obviously, we're as investors, I do believe we have to follow breadcrumbs. That's a lot of what investing is. It's following leads. It's reading up on tips here or there, and just at the end of the day, sometimes it's taking a guess. It's taking a risk, and I think that's where a lot of us sit right now with SoFi. So listen, I love SoFi. I do. I'm really I guess the main question, what everybody's wondering here, looking at the actual stock, we just had back in December, at the end of the month, SoFi went to right under $11. It was trying to get to 11, but it just couldn't make it. We just lost momentum. What am I trying to say here? Momentum in the actual stock, but we've seen SoFi at these prices before, back in August of 2023, but we've also seen SoFi fall down to $5 to $6 and then shoot itself back up. So we're in this little bit of a weird period right now where we could possibly see SoFi take a little more damage. And this is where personally I get really interested to see if SoFi possibly fall back down to like a 750 zone, even a 650 zone. That sounds very selfish, I know, but man, that would be something, because I think it would be crazy not to put a lot of money into SoFi if we were to see it go into a very low 7, high 6. Price range. I think it'd be crazy not to try to do something about that. And obviously there's the conversation too about Palantir. What is Palantir going to do? When's the next AI run going to be here? At this point, they're coming and going. And right now, we saw this thing when Trump was in charge of, when he had his 4-year reign. I remember it very, very good because I was heavy investing in the market at the time. And, Trump was very good at talking about the market and boosting it up. And we were having such a bull market because we had our chief and commander constantly saying good things about it. Whether people were looking up if it was true or false, it was still good news. It was good news for the market, just even small comments. What I'm trying to say is I'm wondering if the market is going to really rally in 2024 just on the thought that Trump is going to take lead again, and that's something I'm really curious about. If we're going to see a good market this year, just on the basis, the thought that Trump might actually pull this off again. So it's a weird year to be in the market. It really is. Of course, the Dow, the S&P, and Nasdaq continue to go up slowly, but man, it's a hot moment to get in the market. It's like you just don't want to miss it. But talking about SoFi again, a lot of people are saying, should I wait on SoFi? Should I get in SoFi? I think at the end of the day, I don't want to tell anybody to invest in anything personally. Like I said, being an investor is somewhat being a detective. You just have to follow the clues. Personally, I'm just waiting to see if SoFi takes a little more damage here. If it's going to continue to take a little more down to 750, maybe even 7, and maybe like a high 6. That's what I'm really curious about here. And I'm kind of curious to see if Cathie Woods is going to sell more or buy more. She's been very active here lately with buying and selling. We'll see what happens here. But these quarterlies, man, we're praying that they're good. They're obviously not going to be terrible, but we're wanting to see them be, they need to be good. They need to be somewhat good for Palantir to survive to continue to hold this $8, $9 range, 7 at least. I think if they come out with some not so great quarterlies here, obviously analysts are going to come out. They're going to, say, we told you it was going back down to $6, blah, 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 because that's what's going on too right now, is that you're seeing analysts come out right now and they're really dropping their prediction of what they thought SoFi was going to be. A lot of them were at 2 months ago. A lot of them were at like $8, $10, $9, $8, $10, $11, and now a few of them are bumping it down to $6, $6.50, $7 range, which is really crazy and why it's been taking quite a bit of damage here lately. But this is also good too because it leaves buying room for people as well. So the long aspect of SoFi, I think we all feel good about it. The thing is, is where is a buying point? Where can we get in? And what is it? What's the bottom here? And if these quarterlies are somewhat good, I personally, I'm not expecting these quarterlies to be like amazing. I don't think they're going to be like earth-shattering where SoFi is going to like take the lead and be the new Palantir. I don't think it's going to be anything like that. We're not seeing that right now. Palantir, I think, is going to be a slow-growing stock. And if it ended out this year with better quarterlies, good quarterlies, blowing expectations on quarterlies towards the end of the year, if we ended at $15, $20 with SoFi, I think personally that would be a huge win. I think that would be a huge win. I would even pull for 15 to 17. That would make me happy, especially if you're buying in at this $7, $8 range. So, friends, I'm done yapping. I'm sure I'm not trying to argue with people. I think we're all in the same boat here. We're just trying to figure out, what is SoFi going to be able to pull off this year. I am rooting for SoFi. I'm not in here anyway trying to shoot the company down. I'm an investor in them, and I'm highly, highly thinking this week I might put a big chunk of change in SoFi to really like cement my investment into this year going into next year, because that's really what I'm doing right now. I'm really looking into 2025, and like I said, I think the market may move with the news of Trump. I really do. I really do. If you went through the Trump era, you know what I'm talking about. And I think that's what a lot of people are looking at. I know a lot of people that are getting out of their foreign investments. They're strictly investing in things that are here in America, at least, moving everything out of AI stocks. A few years ago, we had our EV gold rush where everyone was like investing in EV stocks. That were going to be the next big thing. Well, that died off and a lot of people got, left in the dust and just, misery, like the crypto movement. And now we're seeing, AI boom. So, it's kind of like, what's going to be the next thing? I don't know. Friends, I really do wish all of you the best of luck. And I will talk to you soon. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.